Okay, so for our final look at membranophones, we are going to get a little more serious. This is an instrument called the kazoo. That's not its original name, but it was first patented in the United States in 1883. Gives you kind of an idea about when it came about. So the way you play a kazoo is by humming into the tube. And that makes the membrane that's on the inside vibrate. There was a French instrument in the 16th century called the eunuch flute, sometimes also called the onion flute, because they used an onion skin as the membrane. And it was basically the same thing. The earliest version that we know of came from Africa, and it was some sort of noisemaker. They don't really know all the history at it. The first time it appeared in the United States, it was in 1852 at the Georgia State Fair, and they called it the Down South Submarine, probably because it looked like one. There is a Guinness Book of World Record set for the largest kazoo ensemble, 5,190 players. It was set in 2011 in England. And yes, you can look that up on YouTube and watch it, because it was a thing. There actually is a person who identifies as a kazoo virtuoso, and she performs with symphony orchestras as a soloist. Her name is Barbara Stewart, and you may get to listen to her in a bit. So you've seen what a kazoo is. Actually, I have one here. So this one is a fine Hohner kazoo. It is purple, and it sounds beautiful. I will clean that before I put it back in the box. So it has been used in some popular music. The Beatles actually featured a kazoo on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. You'll have to be very astute to find it. There's also an English horn in there. And it was actually featured in a Broadway musical brought to the big screen called Annie. There's a scene where the character played by Carol Burnett, she's the house mom at the orphanage for little orphan Annie. She plays the kazoo. So let's now take a listen to the wonderful sound of the kazoo. I hope you enjoy this. And you are welcome. Okay, we have now studied some membranophones. Next week, we will move on to our third section of the Hornsbostel Sax music classification system and look at some chordophones. So I will see you later. Bye-bye.